We just got our best ever ratings from U.S. News and World Report. We're the #1 hospital in Riverside and San Bernardino counties. High performing in 17 common procedures from joint replacements to heart attack care.
Test.
For the first time, national ranking as high performing in 3 adult specialties. We're proud of these ratings, but what matters most, as always, is how we rate with you. Learn more at eisenhowerhealth.org/awards.
There's something winning in the Agua. Catch all the action at 360 Sports at Agua Caliente Casinos. Watch your favorite teams on our giant wraparound screens. See live scores on the LED sports ticker. Win big with our bar top games and enjoy great twists on bar food favorites. And with 3 premier casino locations, 360 Sports is the ultimate fan experience. For more information, visit aguacalientecasinos.com.
Whenever you find yourself hungry for something real, simple, and true, we're here for you.
That's what a hamburger's all about.
Try our big, beautiful all-day menu with more than 70 delicious dishes and our award-winning 3-course brunch for only $29.99. At Palm Springs' most popular restaurant, there's always a party at Lulu.
We're back here on the PSCL Broadcasting Network. Apologies for the technical difficulties. It was Conti, Endo, and Walker who led off for the Colonials. Conti flew out to center field. Endo flew out to left, and Walker went down on strikeouts. We'll give you the starting lineup for the A's now. It's Connor Hoyt, Bubba Thompson, and James Wood leading it off. 1, 2, and 3. The first pitch here from Cody Kent is inside. Christian Ramos, Derek Houston, Ujjo Biles, 4, 5, and 6. Logan Cadenhead, Deion Mitchell, Curtis Lindsey, and Carson Creel. That's 7 through 10 for the A's. That one's chopped foul off the bat of Connor Hoyt. While we were in the midst of technical difficulties, it's Cole Pavelio and Stephen Buxton alongside you this morning here from historic Palm Springs Stadium. A beautiful day for some early morning baseball. The 1-1 chopped to the right side. Backhanded attempt there by Belen. And Zaya snags it, but beating it out for an infield single is Connor Hoyt. The first hit of the morning here in the main stadium field. As it's Colonials and A's. Bubba Thompson now due up. Thompson, we talked about Haruto Endo being one of the guys who's on the PSCL All-Star vote. Bubba Thompson, one of those for sure guys that we'll likely see against the Palm Springs Power on the 4th of July. Thompson watches the first one below the knees.
Yeah, and Thompson going against Cody Kent for the Colonials right now. Colonials, they've had some tough games, but it's been a really tough schedule so far, and it's a testament to them, the fact that they're still in second place in the Northern Division at 8-5 right now, just behind the Blue Sox.
Taking off for second base is Hoyt. The throw down is not in time, and Hoyt has the stolen base on Roberson, and Roberson threw it so hard he took his legs out from under him. Really strong throw, but not in time for a 2-0 count to Bubba Thompson, and a stolen base for Connor Hoyt.
And this is where it gets dangerous for Cody Kent. He's got to avoid being able to get hit around a little. Needs a strikeout or an infield fly right here because he's had 2 starts so far this season, 3 appearances, and the ERA's really ballooned because of his first start.
2-0 is spiked in front of Roberson, and taking for third is Connor Hoyt. A 3-0 count to Bubba Thompson now. It's actually a 2-1 count is what the count has gone to. So 2-1 count to the shortstop today for the A's, Bubba Thompson. 2 home runs on his season, all to the pole side, 2-1 fouled back. Goes to a full 2-2 count.
And for Ken, he's got the strikeout numbers. He's just got to be able to limit the walks, limit the free base runners, because he hit 5 batters in his second appearance. It was a 10-0 loss today. It's the same matchup we've got today. He went 5 1/3 and allowed 9 runs.
350 to the corners here in Palm Springs Stadium, 400 dead center. 2-2 count is upstairs, and Thompson watches it all the way to draw it full.
For Ken, he's got just over a 6 ERA this season, but if you take out that one start, his ERA is sitting right below 2.
The full count. Kent pauses and delivers the 3-2, and Thompson watches it for a walk. So runners at the corners now for the A's. The A's looking for a quick start. This is a team that you don't want to let them get started quickly. They're a team that can score in bunches, and when you give them free passes, they'll jump on you quickly. James Wood up to bat now. Third baseman today as Bubba Thompson was taken off for second but stumbles and will have to stay at first base as he's looking at the ground in shock that a dirt monster stopped him from going to second base.
I like the move from Roberson back there to not pick him off, because if you throw down to first, you really risk that runner coming home from third.
Lifted one right on the infield, and it's not deep enough to score anyone. And Wood is recorded for out number 1 on the pop-up to Tino Zaya, the second baseman. For out number 1, the fielding arrangement for the Colonials is Roberson behind the dish. The infield, Macias, Patton, Zaya, and Berlin. And the outfield from left to right, Carrillo, Indo, and Duckweiler. 1 out. Here for Christian Ramos. Lefty in the crouch stance, awaits the first pitch. First pitch is too low. For a 1-0 count to Christian Ramos, the first baseman today for the A's. 1-0, Cody Kent working from the first base side of the rubber, checks on Thompson. Thompson's dancing around on first a little bit. Chopper straight back up the middle, takes a piece of Kent with it, and that will score Connor Hoyt. And everyone is safe. It's a 1-0 game with runners on first and second after the ball. Slow chopper caught a piece of Kent on the mound. Not enough behind it to do any damage, but run does score on the RBI single for Christian Ramos.
Yeah, that's just a tough play for Ken right there. He's caught trying to get off the mound a bit in between hops. If the ball gets past him, it's probably not getting to second base in time to make a play. So either way, it's a really tricky spot.
One lifted to center field, straight to the glove of Indo, and he tried to double up the A's, but back in there safely, Bubba Thompson. 1 pitch and 1 out for Derek Houston. So 2 outs here now for the A's after the line drive to Haruto Indo. Joe Biles now up to bat. Right fielder today, also wearing the number 9 on his back. That's used to be how number showed your position in the lineup or showed your positioning in the field as he watches the first one for a strike. Numbers originally originated just to show your positioning in the batting order. So Babe Ruth with the number 3, batted number 3 in the lineup. Lou Gehrig behind him, high chopper. Charging on, fielding it is Zion. He'll get it over to first for the 3rd out. The A's score 1 on 2 hits, no errors, 2 left on. They lead it 1-0 after 1 here on the PSCL Broadcasting Network.
Desert Air started right here in the Coachella Valley in 1954, and we've been welcoming customers to our family ever since. With nearly 70 years of proven trust, dependability, and experience, we've got the AC and heating expertise to help you all year round. Plus, our factory-trained technicians provide well-informed maintenance, repairs, and installation, so you get our industry-best products with industry-best service. Contact our family at Desert Air. We'll make sure you live comfortably, always.
It's a family setting, we get into conversation, and it's comfortable here is what I guess I'll say. It's comfortable.
The hot cocoa has whipped cream and sprinkles in the whipped cream in the hot cocoa.
Very family oriented. They cater to the kids. They got the coloring books and crayons, and they have kid-sized stuff about almost for everything that you would want. So young and old, everybody can enjoy it.
It's the best.
Made from scratch memories. Elmer's.
How do you define adventure? Riding the world's largest rotating tram car?
taking in SoCal's awe-inspiring views, exploring over 50 miles of pristine wilderness, enjoying casual or fine dining at 8,500 feet, discovering our history, experiencing our scenic trails, getting that perfect souvenir. Whatever your adventure, you'll find it at the Palm Springs Aerial Tramway. Adventure at its peak. Begin your adventure at pstramway.com.
Back here for the second on the PSCL Broadcasting Network. Cole Pavelli and Stephen Buxton alongside you this morning on a beautiful day for some PSCL baseball. It's under the 90s right now here in the Coachella Valley, so perfect day for pre-4th of July baseball. First one lined up back the middle off the bat of Duckweiler straight to Hoyt in center field. 1 pitch and 1 out for Duckweiler. Duvall continuing to set down the Colonials quickly, and that's 4 up and 4 down. As the lineup for the Colonials today, Conte, Endo, Walker, and Duckweiler, that's 1 through 4. Quick chopper back up the middle, fielded on a big hop by Caden Head, and he gets it over to first for a quick out number 2. That's Trendy Belen. That is retired. Duckweiler, Belen, Zaya, Macias, that's 4 through 7, Roberson, Carrillo, and Patton to close out the lineup for the Colonials today. Is a little visit here between Nate Lambden and Tino Zaya, looking to avoid a 3-pitch inning here for Gavin Duvall. Definitely don't want to give any pitchers any quick innings here. If you're the batting team, I should say. Long visit here between Tino Zion and head coach Nate Lambden of the Colonials. Both teams wearing red jerseys and white pants. So it's a little hard to differentiate here today, but that's why we're here from Palm Springs Stadium to help you out. Colonials batting right now. The A's in the field. And watching the first one is Zion. That's officially not going to be a 3-pitch inning. That one is watched for a ball on the outer half. 1-0 count from Duvall is outside. Draws it to 2-0. 2-0 count. Zaya awaits from Duvall, and Zaya, big swing, comes up empty. Goes to 2-1. Looking to even up the score with that lone swing. He takes a step out of the box to regather himself and digs back in. And time called again before the 2-1 is delivered. 2-1 to Zaya. Little looper left side, that will drop into left field, and there's a base hit for Tino Zaya as he takes the big round from first, but he'll stay at first base as it's gathered back quickly. So the first hit for the Colonials on a little looper into left field.
And Cole, for Gavin Duvall, again, he's so far had 3 appearances. One of them really good against the Colonials, didn't allow any runs, but so far, this is really how he has to pitch. He can't be afraid of contact. I know that's the first hit of the game, but Colonials haven't taken a great swing so far.
The pitch to Macias squirts by Roberson, and taking for second is Tino Zion. He'll get there easily on the pass ball. And I know our very own E.J. Sanchez, who is the scorekeeper on the backfield today, and he gave us a score update earlier. The MLB China was taking on the Coyotes, and China was winning 6-0 through 2. So MLB China trying to make a late push for the PSCL playoffs, as we're just about that time of year, or that time of summer.
And that's big for MLB China. had the pitching in spurts. They just haven't really been able to put together a complete game. Again, they've really been trying to adjust to the American pitching, and we've seen it, but they just haven't been able to string together enough hits to put up a big inning against some of these teams.
1-1 by Macias, line to right field. That will drop down. There's a run coming home as Zaya scores, standing up, and Macias with an RBI single to even it up at 1-1. Mole struck ball, landed in front of Miles, evens it up 1-1. Tino Zaya scoring from second base on the Ramon Macias line drive to right field. Mike Roberson up to bat now. 2 hits here in the inning for the Colonials. Big swing and big miss for Roberson. Roberson was trying to score Macias from first base, and I think he was trying to score himself from the batter's box as well on that swing. The 0-1. Duval working from the stretch, yanks one outside. 1-1 now. To the backstop, Mike Roberson. Short lead by Macias on first. Duval checks. Delivers the 1-1 in the dirt. Goes to 2-1. Roberson. Just a slight bend of the knees, the 2-1. Fouled back. And it's actually staying in play. Charging for it is the trio of guys on the right side. And Roberson watches that one fall. And Macias charging for home. And he is gunned down by a mile. And the tag applied by Derek Houston. Keeps it a 1-1 game. With a single for Mike Roberson. So that's 3 hits, a run, no errors, and 1 left on technically for the Colonials. We're through an inning and a half. We go to the bottom of the second. It's tied 1-1 here on the PSCL Broadcasting Network.
Outdoor living in the Coachella Valley is spectacular, and Tessera is the premier builder of outdoor living spaces in the desert. Nobody does it better than Tessera. From one end of this valley to the other, from Palm Springs to Rancho Mirage, Palm Desert, to Indio and La Quinta. For 35 years, we've created the ultimate in outdoor living, landscaping, pools, and patios, so you and your family can enjoy each other. Live well. Live Tessera.
Whether you're building, landscaping, renovating, refreshing, or simply researching, rent the right size tools for your size jobs. In store, online, or in-app at Sunbelt Rentals, where tools rule.
Shopping for car insurance is confusing. Holy cow.
Great. Now we have a cow in our kitchen. Why did you say that?
Because I don't know what coverage to choose.
So just say the State Farm jingle. A State Farm agent can go over all your options with you and help choose coverage that meets your needs. Dude, cow, could you move?
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Outdoor living in the Coachella Valley is spectacular, and Tessera is the premier builder of outdoor living spaces in the desert. Nobody does it better than Tessera. From one end of this valley to the other, from Palm Springs to Rancho Mirage, Palm Desert, to Indio and La Quinta. For 35 years, we've created the ultimate in outdoor living, landscaping, pools, and patios, so you and your family can enjoy each other. Live well. Live Tessera.
Whether you're building, landscaping, renovating, refreshing, or simply researching, rent the right size tools for your size jobs. In store, online, or in-app at Sunbelt Rentals, where tools rule.
Shopping for car insurance is confusing. Holy cow.
Great. Now we have a cow in our kitchen. Why did you say that?
Because I don't know what coverage to choose.
So just say the State Farm jingle. A State Farm agent can go over all your options with you and help choose coverage that meets your needs.
It's the bottom of the second here on the PNCO Broadcasting Network. Game 1 of today. Colonials and A's. It's Logan Cadenhead, Deion Mitchell, and Curtis Lindsey. 7, 8, and 9 batters. Due up for the A's. Cadenhead to watch is the first one upstairs from Cody Kent. Colonials tied it up in the top half of this inning as this one's lifted to left field. Going under it is Carrillo for out number 1. Simple fly ball and a simple out for the first out. On the fly ball to left field. Deion Mitchell now up to bat, the left fielder today for the A's. Ready to face Cody Kent. Kent, leg kick and fires outside. Kent works from the stretch. On the first base side of the rubber as he peers in. Gets the sign from Roberson. Ready for the 1-0 as he delivers. Right on the outer black. 1-1. Both pitches have been outside here early on to Mitchell. We'll see if Kent goes back outside or if he is setting up Mitchell for something on the inner half. 1-1. That one's back outside and fouled off to the right side. 1-2 count. As Kent looking for his first strikeout. 1-2. Gets the sign he likes. Sets. Leg kicks and fires and chopper off the mound. Roberson and Kent miscommunicate. Roberson takes it and fires into right field. Going for second base now is Mitchell, and he'll stay at second base after Roberson and Kent couldn't decide who was going to field it. Roberson had to try to laser it over to Boleyn, and it shot out into right field. And Deion Mitchell now at second base. Curtis Lindsey, the DH today, for Jimmy Johnson and the A's. 1 out, runner on second. Pitch from Kent is high and upstairs. 1-0 count here with 1 out. Deion Mitchell on second. Curtis Lindsey in a 1-0 count. Kent checks on Mitchell. The 1-0 under the hands of Lindsey.
And Cole, that's a really tough play with Dejon Mitchell right there. You're trying to debate whether or not it's a foul ball. You don't hear it get called, and then Roberson with kind of a panicked throw last minute, and it just got out of the hands wrong.
2-0 big swing by Lindsey, comes up empty. 2-1 now.
And you can't panic like that because I know that there was the lack of communication trying to determine who's picking it up and throwing it down to first, but he had enough time to set his feet and deliver an accurate throw, and because he rushed it, now you've got a runner in scoring position.
Another 2-1 pitch as Lindsey swings and chases one as it was tailing outside, goes to 2-2. As Cody Kent still searching for strikeout number 1 is another opportunity here against Curtis Lindsey. Everything's been outside so far from Kent. Throw down to third. And Mitchell is caught stealing by Roberson for out number 2. Now it's a full count to Curtis Lindsey after the caught stealing, as the ball was outside. So everything outside so far from Kent.
But Cole, what better way to make up for your error that put a guy on second base than gun him down on third after a late steal attempt?
3-2, Kent fires inside. Big pop-up. Roberson has a chance to make a catch behind the dish, and it goes off his glove. And those ones around the dish are hard for catchers to deal with, and a lot of spin on them and a lot of wind swirling around as well. I think Coach Jimmy Johnson is saying that Roberson might have gone in the way of his batter is what the call might be, but not too sure. But definitely was talking to the home plate umpire about something. Full count. Kent fires the full count. Chopper right side and right to the first baseman, Belend, as he'll just step on the bag for the third out. The 3 unassisted for the third out. No runs, no hits, 1 error, and no one left on. We're through 2 full innings here on the PSL Broadcast Network. It's knotted up at 1-1. We'll be back with the third inning here on the PSL Broadcast Network.
Two locations with something for everyone. Stuffed Pizza Bar and Grill.
Building your business is no small undertaking, and you need the right team by your side. Whether you're just getting started or expanding nationwide, Pacific Premier Bank is here to support your business every step of the way. As your trusted banking partner, we can help guide you down the right path.
Thomas Carrillo leading it off for the Colonials. Launches the first one up around the eyebrows for a ball from Gavin Duvall. For a 1-0 count, Dax Patton will follow, and Joseph Conti, third batter this inning, back upstairs quickly 2-0 to Thomas Carrillo, left fielder today for the Colonials. Duvall works from the third base side of the rubber, fires the 2-0 as it stays low this time. After a few buzz cuts to Thomas Carrillo, goes to 3-0 now. Duvall works from the stretch, fires to the outer black. Called for a strike, 3-1. Three-one from Duvall, big swing and just missing it. Draws it full.
It's a good job by Duvall, missing on the first 3 pitches right there. It was looking like you're going to give up a bad leadoff walk, and then starting to work his way further across the zone and stealing a couple strikes right there.
3-2 was fouled off. So we'll do the 3-2 again. Here against Thomas Carrillo. Gavin Duvall. Gavin Duvall, leg kicks and fires. Chopper back up the middle. Now shoot through the infield. There's a hit for Thomas Carrillo as he Takes a short turn of first, but will stay right there at first base after the single straight back up the middle. Good piece of hitting. It hit right back where it came from. Always know you've got the timing down when he hit it straight back up the middle. Now Dax Patton, the shortstop today. Batting in the 10 spot. That one's under the chin, back pick attempt, but back in there safely is Carrillo. Duvall seems like he's going to be setting up guys with things high and tight, possibly trying to back them off the dish and establish that inner half dominance. The 1-0, and another one up near the head of Patton, and he just manages to get out of the way. 2-0 to Dax Patton. Duvall so far showing off a old school style of pitching, is trying to establish that inner half dominance, and 2-0 swinging for a 2-1 count now for Dax Patton. Carrillo short lead at first. Pick-off attempt, and Carrillo back in there safely. Being held by Ramos. Duvall checks on Carrillo, fires the 2-1. Back pick attempt by Roberson, and back in there safely is Carrillo. These A's being very aggressive on pickoff attempts and back pick attempts here early on today, trying to control the Colonials' running game. Another pickoff attempt, and another time back in there safely is Carrillo. Carrillo doesn't have a big lead, maybe about 8 feet away, 2-2. From Duvall upstairs, and Roberson was ready to throw it back down to first, as the count is now full to Dax Patton.
And that's why I don't understand the amount of pickoffs and back picks right here, because it's not a big lead at first. It's about 7-8 feet.
Full count upstairs, and that time Carrillo was running, but the stolen base is mute as it's a walk. Runners to first and second now is Dax Patton on first. Thomas Carrillo on second after the walk. Joseph Conti now up to bat. Conti was one pitch swinging to lead off the game, and he flew out to center field. We're going to put the ball in play here, could give the Colonials the lead. Another pickoff attempt, and Carrillo back in there safely again. So keeping a really close eye on Carrillo wherever he may be to not let him get a big lead. Being held by Cadenhead. Bunt pulled back, called strike for Joseph Conti. 0-1 to the DH today for the Colonials. Carrillo's lead from second, about 10-plus feet. Not big enough for a pickoff attempt this time. Pop up on the infield. And calling everyone off on the infield fly is Ramos, as it's mute. 4 out, number 1 on the infield fly. Haruto Endo up to bat now. He also went down on one pitch. He flew out to Mitchell in left field in the first. That was a top of the first for the Colonials that only lasted a handful of pitches. Endo looking to square around. He pulls it back and laces one right field foul. But Endo was looking to give the Colonials their first lead of the morning. This is now 0-1.
I do like the idea of bunting, though. You've got some speed on the bases, and you already watched the A's do basically the same thing, playing some small ball and forcing a couple errors on the Colonials.
Endo lashes one foul again as he was acting like he was going to bunt. 0-2 now to Haruto Endo.
We've seen a lot of teams this year, again, either pull out the bunts or squeeze play or just throw a lot of pick and runs in here, and all this small ball forces pressure on the defense, and in the PSCL, we've seen a lot of teams take advantage of it.
0-2 upstairs, goes to 1-2. You're having to see Wood at third, debate if he has to crash or not as he's playing just about even with the third base bag right now. Everyone else on the infield playing for a pull. As well as the outfield, the 1-2 slider stays upstairs and almost under the hands of Haruto Endo. Goes to 2-2. Endo, one of those guys we mentioned that on the PSCL All-Star ballot could represent the PSCL against the Power on 4th of July. That one's upstairs. Makes it a full count with one out. Runners on first and second. That game will be live streamed, obviously, on the Power Broadcasting, the Power Baseball Broadcasting Network. Full count. To Endo, chopper right side. And that one stays fair and just fielding himself as Ramos, and he'll take an easy step onto the first base bag for out number 2. That does advance the runners, so job semi-done for Endo, but now 2 outs, so big task at hand for Brooks Walker, the extra hitter today for the Colonials. Anything shot through the infield or into the gaps would score at least one for the Colonials. Duvall leg kicks and fires. Big swing as Walker looking to score at least one with that swing. 0-1. Walker digs back in after composing himself after the big swing. 0-1 Duvall. Fires the 0-1, and that catches the outer's half of the zone. 0-2 now, and Duvall looking to work out of a jam here. 2 outs, 0-2 count, runners on second and third. Looking for a big strikeout here would be his second one. The 0-2 Duvall leg kick delivers, and there's strikeout number 2 as he keeps the Colonials silent. No runs on a hit, no errors, 2 left on. We head to the home half of the third as it's still not up 1-1 here on the PSCL Baseball Broadcasting Network. The home half of the third now here on the PSCL Broadcasting Network. Carson Creel, Connor Hoyt, and Bubba Thompson. That's 10-1-2 for the A's now due up against Cody Kent. Kent still searching for strikeout number 1 here against the A's. First pitch from Kent is outside, and ball to Carson Creel to start the at-bat. It's actually called a strike on the outer half, but I thought it was ball as it was mishandled at first. Now it's a 1-1 count after that one. Called a ball.
Yeah, that first one just hit the edge of the zone, but it looked like it got Roberson a little crossed up there. Fastball, probably expecting a breaking ball on that one.
1-1, another one just right on the outer black. 1-2 quickly. Maybe the strike zone's a little wide on the outer edge to right-handed batters. But we'll see as the day progresses. The 1-2 from Kenton. That one's well outside. No way that one could have been called a strike. 2-2. Obviously, every umpire has their own specific strike zone to their liking, depending on where they set up behind the catcher and where they're slotted. 2-2 from Kent. That one's outside, just wide of the strike zone that's being called so far. Full count.
Yeah, now you've worked the zone outside, you've stretched it out a little bit. Now I'd go inside, maybe something like a changeup or a two-seam.
Full count, fouled off by Carson Creel. Keeps it at 3-2, and maybe a little bit of spin working back towards the right-handed batter, but not enough to get the swing and a miss. We'll see what Kent does here. The full count. Breaking ball, line straight to Macias on the ground. He'll get it over to first for out number 1. 5-3 put out if you're keeping score at home. Just now, Connor Hoyt up to bat. Hoyt singled, stole a base, and then came around to score. That's the 1 run so far for the A's. Upright stance, slightly open. For Hoyt, watches the first one inside. 1-0. Kent peers in. Defense playing for the pole here against Hoyt. 1-0. Pulled down the first base side. Boland knocks it down and steps on first for the second out. Defense positioned perfectly. Boland didn't even have to move to knock that one down as it was straight to him and just took a little bit of a nasty hop as he had to knock it down.
It's a great job by Kent, though. After that rocky first inning, he hasn't given the A's really anything to swing at.
Bubba Thompson now up to bat. Hard hit ball up the middle. Tracking back is Endo, and he took a bad route. That will drop down. And Thompson will have a stand-up double as Endo lost it in the sky. And Thompson on second base after the well-struck ball. And Thompson really making a case to make it to the PSCL All-Star game against the Power on 4th of July. That'll be 6 p.m. game here at historic Palm Springs Stadium. Fireworks post-game, so make sure to come out if you are able. Hard hit ball left side. That one will drop down in left field off the bat of James Wood. Thompson coming home, and he will score standing up. An RBI single for James Wood. Just like that, the A's out to a 2-1 lead.
Yeah, Cole, I guess it's a really bad announcer jinx right there. I mentioned he hasn't been giving them anything to hit and then just hangs 2 breaking balls over the plate.
Christian Ramos watches the first one. You've also got to mention how it's all been on 2 outs, Steven. So we'll add that to your tab of 2-out rallies caused. 1-0 to Ramos. Pop up. Gets out to the outfield. Endo has a chance to redeem himself, and he does for the third out. The A's score 1 on 2 hits, no errors, 1 left on. They lead it 2-1 after 3 full here on the PSCL Broadcasting Network.
There's something winning in the Agua. Catch all the action at 360 Sports at Agua Caliente Casinos. Watch your favorite teams on our giant wraparound screens. See live scores on the LED sports ticker. Win big with our bar top games and enjoy great twists on bar food favorites. And with 3 premier casino locations, 360 Sports is the ultimate fan experience. For more information, visit aguacalientecasinos.com.
We're back here on the PSCL Broadcasting Network as the Colonials looking to answer back after giving up a run. Bottom of the third. Big swing and a big miss by Max Duckweiler leading it off. Here for the Colonials in the fourth. Duckweiler, Boleyn, and Zaya. The 0-1 upstairs to Max Duckweiler. Evens it up. 1 apiece. Gavin Duvall been working efficiently. Chopper left side, fielded on a snag by Thompson. He'll get it over to first for the first down, and good play there by Bubba Thompson. That one took a little hop right before it went into his glove. Still had the wherewithal to make the play and get out number 1 on the 6-3. Trinity Boleyn now grounded out in the second. One of the catchers on the All-Star ballot for the PSCL All-Star game. We'll have to wait and see if he's one of the catchers chosen. He fouled the first one off, so it's 0-1. 0-1 count from Duvall. Found back again. 0-2.
And Boleyn deserves to be on that ballot out of University of Wisconsin Platerville, and hitting .407 so far on the season. He's been one of the driving forces of this offense.
0-2 hit back up the middle. Thompson ranges over and throws out Boleyn. What a play, Bubba Thompson. And that's why Bubba Thompson, not just the bat, but the glove too, is essentially a shoo-in for the All-Star game. What a play by Bubba Thompson. Back-to-back plays where he's had to range over and make a snag, is the first one by Tino Zaya, fouled straight back.
And Cole, this was why I was excited for this game coming in today. Both teams, their lineups just filled with guys who have a really good chance of appearing in that All-Star game on July 4th.
The 0-1 to Zaya, chopper right side. Fielded easily there by Ramos. He'll step on the bag for the third out. After a couple of amazing plays by Bubba Thompson, no runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on. We head to the home half of the fourth as the A's lead it 2-1 here on the PSCL Broadcasting Network.
There's something winning in the Agua. Catch all the action at 360 Sports at Agua Caliente Casinos. Watch your favorite teams on our giant wraparound screens. See live scores on the LED sports ticker. Win big with our bar top games and enjoy great twists on bar food favorites. And with 3 premier casino locations, 360 Sports is the ultimate fan experience. For more information, visit aguacalientecasinos.com.
Hey, Power Baseball fans. Looking to hit a home run against pests in your home? Rudy's Pest Control is your winning choice. Rudy's Flex 80/90 Pest Control Plan offers effective and affordable protection with just 5 visits a year instead of the usual 12, so you'll have more time to do what you love. Visit rudyspest.com or call 760-746-PEST and declare, heck no, 12's gotta go. Rudy's Pest Control is your home run choice, so get started today.
Think of the highest quality you can imagine. Now, think higher.
Try our big, beautiful all-day menu with more than 70 delicious dishes and our award-winning 3-course brunch for only $29.99. At Palm Springs' most popular restaurant, there's always a party at Lulu.
Bottom of the 4th. It's the middle of the order due up for the A's. Derek Houston, Joe Biles, and Logan Cadenhead. So far, those 3 are 0 for 3 on the day. Houston lined out, Biles grounded out, and Cadenhead flew out. All against Cody Kent so far. The first pitch from Cody Kent, a strike to Derek Houston. Derek Houston, another one of those players for this A's team on the PSCL All-Star ballot. Is he might have to face off against some of his power teammates, as it's now 0-2 from Cody Kent. Derek Houston's been splitting time and been a utility man for the power a few times. 0-2 to Houston. Stays outside 1-2.
And Houston's been great so far. He's hitting right below 300 with the PSCL so far, and with that cannon behind the plate, he's been really valuable.
1-2 upstairs, 2-2 now. To Derek Houston. We've seen him play right field for the Power, as the Power have been a little banged up about halfway through their season. 2-2. From Cody Kent, high chopper left side, fielded by Macias on a hop. He'll get over to first in time for out number 1. That was a nasty big hop. Macias able to stay back and field it easily for the first out. Biles now up to bat. His first time he grounded out to Tino Zaya at second base. Last time we saw these two teams play, we saw Biles got hit square in the number 9. Is a big swing and a miss. For strike 1 for Biles, as his team currently leads it 2-1 here in the bottom of the 4th with 1 out. Chopper left side. Macias gives it a look, but it shoots foul. Biles from Layson Community College, 5'10", 180. An 0-2 count. Cody Kent fires, and it's outside. Not even a chase pitch, but it could have been a setup pitch for something inside here. 1-2. Kent sets and fires. The 1-2 straight back at Kent. He knocks it down. He'll have to fire and hurry, but couldn't gather it quick enough. And a single for Joe Biles. That one went off the glove of Cody Kent. Kent not happy with himself that he couldn't get to it quick enough. But I think if that one goes into center field, Biles might have been rounding for second. We don't know if he would have made it, but he would have definitely rounded. Logan Cadenhead up to bat now. Watches the first one outside from Kent. With Biles' speed, Slow roller up the middle like that one. He very well could have been on second base if it weren't for Cody Kent knocking it down. The 0-1 from Cody Kent. Big swing upstairs. Cadenhead now in a hole 0-2.
Yeah, and for Kent, that's already a couple plays today that he's mishandled on the mound right there. He's had a lot of soft contact up the middle, and he hasn't been able to capitalize on it.
The 0-2, and there's a strikeout for Cody Kent. That's just his first one of the morning. For out number 2. Now Deion Mitchell digging in. Mitchell from Cerro Coso College, 5'10", 150. As he digs into the box. First one from Kent, right there on the outer part of the strike zone for strike one to Mitchell, the left fielder today for the A's. 0-1. Short lead by Biles. He's taking off for second base. Roberson throws down, and Biles is caught stealing for the third out. No runs on the hit. No one left on after the caught stealing. The A's lead it 2-1 after 4 full innings here on the PSCL Broadcasting Network.
Shopping for car insurance is confusing. Holy cow.
Great. Now we have a cow in our kitchen. Why did you say that?
Because I don't know what coverage to choose.
So just say the State Farm jingle. A State Farm agent can go over all your options with you and help choose coverage that meets your needs. Dude, cow, could you move?
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Outdoor living in the Coachella Valley is spectacular, and Tessera is the premier builder of outdoor living spaces in the desert. Nobody does it better than Tessera. From one end of this valley to the other, from Palm Springs to Rancho Mirage, Palm Desert, to Indio and La Quinta. For 35 years, we've created the ultimate in outdoor living, landscaping, pools, and patios, so you and your family can enjoy each other. Live well. Live Tessera.
Desert Air started right here in the Coachella Valley in 1954, and we've been welcoming customers to our family ever since. With nearly 70 years of proven trust, dependability, and experience, we've got the AC and heating expertise to help you all year round. Plus, our factory-trained technicians provide well-informed maintenance, repairs, and installation, so you get our industry-best products with industry-best service. Contact our family at Desert Air. We'll make sure you live comfortably, always.
Ramon Macias leads it off for the Colonials here in the 5th as they're looking to make a comeback as they're down 2-1 behind the A's. Macias with his one batting glove on, facing Gavin Duvall. Macias lifts it. Left center field, charging on is Mitchell. He'll field it. 1 pitch and 1 out here in the top of the 5th. He's going to go into a nice spiel about how Macias might be one of those guys that you see with one batting glove that succeed. We've seen a handful of those in the major league level. As a pinch hitter here for Mike Roberson. It's number 16 pinch hitting here for the Colonials and taking Mike Roberson's spot. No 1-0 count here quickly. That one is low. Justin Verna from the City College of San Francisco. 2-0 to Verna. Duvall fires. Foul ball shot off the netting. 1 strike and a 2-ball count, so 2-1, 1 out. Top of the 5th. Verna. Slide bend at the knees, awaits, watches it. Upstairs, 3-1. Jackson Wood, also from the City College of San Francisco. 3-1 check swing did not go, and Verna reaches via the walk. His first plate appearance. And we're in the 5th inning, so this is when head coach Nate Lambden makes all of his changes. So that was Justin Verna for Mike Roberson. Now this is Lucas Schumacher for Thomas Carrillo. Pickoff attempt back in there safely for Verna. Something we've grown used to with Coach Lambden. All of his changes always get made around these middle innings. As Lucas Schumacher now to bat. Watches that one under the hands for 2-0 count. And it's all about getting these players as many at-bats as possible in the PSCL, and Coach Lambden really being one of the best at making sure all of his players get ample playing time. A 3-0 count now to Lucas Schumacher. Something you really got to appreciate about Coach Lambden is how he makes sure all these players get a good amount of playing time. And Colonials is one of the teams that have, I think, the most fun, as it's now a 3-1 count. Always hooping and hollering in the dugout. They're a little quiet today as they're down 2-1, but whenever they're on the lead, as taking off for second base is Verna, but it's a walk. So Schumacher goes down to first on back-to-back walks. Dax Patton originally was going to enter as a pinch hitter here in about this time of the game. Mound visit here by Jimmy Johnson. No one warming up in the A's bullpen, so this might just be a strategy meeting, or it might be a meeting to reset Gavin Duvall. He's given up back-to-back walks.
Yeah, and for Duvall, he's been having a hard time finding the zone in the start of this inning. That quick first out to Macias, but after that, 2 back-to-back walks, and he's going against Patton, who in the 3rd inning walked him. So just trying to get a quick reset here, whether it's even a scouting report or just getting the mind off of it. Just get something different going upstairs and try and find it in the middle of the zone here, because coming off a really quick inning, and he has a chance to get another one here if he could get a ground ball. He just needs to find the strike zone.
Patton digging in. Patton batting 190. On base percentage of hovering around the 260 mark. Launches the first one for a ball outside to Patton from McCook Community College. 5'7" to 170. Middle infielder. The 1-0 to Patton, called strike on the outer half. Evens the count at 1-1. 1-1 count coming up from Gavin Duvall. 1 out, runners on first and second. 1-1 is outside again from Duvall. 2-1 here. Really working the outer half here.
Yeah, and if I'm Derek Houston, I'm setting up either middle or on that inner half for righties right now, because so far Duvall's been missing a lot to his glove side.
2-1. Another one missing glove side as Patton shoots it foul. Goes to 2-2.
And that's better right there, because Houston sets up over the inside half of the plate, and it leaks over the middle a little, catches a lot more plate than he'd want it to, but again, gets the foul ball, gets a strike right there.
2-2 from Duvall, and Patton chases one up above the letters for out number 2. Big strikeout there. For the 3rd strikeout for Gavin Duvall here on our game 1 of our doubleheader this morning. Stephen Buxton will be taking you through game 2 as it's Colonials and A's in here in Game 1, Bombers and Haymakers in Game 2. Approximately 30 minutes after the conclusion of this game, first pitch called a strike to Joseph Conti. 0-1, Duvall checks. Verner at second, delivers the 0-1 upstairs. 1-1 now. Seems like when Duvall does miss, it's glove side, as you mentioned, Steven, then also mostly been high when it does miss. 1-1. Duvall delivers inside that time, and that's one of the first ones we've seen in quite a while from Duvall that's dusted someone off. But Vernon got off to a big lead there, a big secondary lead, the 2-1. Another one on the inner half called strike, 2-2, and seems like right on about on cue as we mentioned it. Missing glove side, he's now seemed to fix it so far. 2-2, peers in. Duvall gets the sign he likes, delivers the 2-2. Now time upstairs. Draws the count full. A lot of interesting choices here could be made for the Colonials. Coach Lambden really telling his runners to keep an eye on his motion. The full count. Runners take off. That one is outside. That's 3 walks this inning for Gavin Duvall. That loads the bases. Haruto Endo in a big spot here. 2 outs. Bases loaded. We'll see what the defense sets up as here in this spot. Looks like the defense will play for a pull. Big gap between shortstop and second base. Back up the middle. Endo hits it into that gap, and everyone scores. And second run coming home. And Schumacher thrown out at home, but not before 1 run scores. An RBI single for Haruto Endo. Ties it up at 2-2. So that's 1 run on 1 hit. No errors, 2 left on. For the Colonials, they tie it up 2-2 as we head to the bottom of the 5th here on the PSEL Broadcasting Network.
How do you define adventure? Riding the world's largest rotating tram car? Taking in SoCal's awe-inspiring views? Exploring over 50 miles of pristine wilderness? Enjoying casual or fine dining at 8,500 feet? Discovering our history? Experiencing our scenic trails? Getting that perfect souvenir? Whatever your adventure, you'll find it at the Palm Springs Aerial Tramway. Adventure at its peak. Begin your adventure at pstramway.com.
Family setting, you know, we come and we get into conversation, and it's comfortable here is what I guess I'll say. It's comfortable.
The hot cocoa has whipped cream and sprinkles in the whipped cream in the hot cocoa.
Very family oriented. You know, they cater to the kids. They got the coloring books and crayons, and they have kid-sized stuff about almost for everything that you would want. So young and old, everybody can enjoy it.
It's the best.
Made from scratch memories. Elmer's.
We just got our best ever ratings from U.S. News and World Report. We're the #1 hospital in Riverside and San Bernardino counties. High performing in 17 common procedures from joint replacements to heart attack care. And for the first time, national ranking as high performing in 3 adult specialties. We're proud of these ratings, but what matters most, as always, is how we rate with you. Learn more at eisenhowerhealth.org/awards.
Home half of the 5th. The A's looking to answer back is first pitch called strike on the swing to Mitchell. Cody Kent still out there for the Colonials. Pop up by Mitchell, drops into left field on the lazy fly ball, and doesn't matter how it goes down, just matters that it's a hit for Mitchell. Dropped in front of Carrillo, and Gave a good look at it, but couldn't get to it in time. Curtis Lindsey now up to bat for the A's. Grounded out in the second to the first baseman. 1-0 count now. To Curtis Lindsey. A 1-0 from Cody Kent, fouled straight back, and that's going towards us in the press box. Lands on the roof of the press box. And Steven, I know you've already had one that came to you in the press box, and I know you're very proud of that, but tell us about how the play was made. Did you make the play?
No, it went right off EJ's shoulder. He went back to his catching instincts and
he just
tried
knocked
to throw
it down.
A block. Yeah.
But so you didn't make the play is what I'm hearing, though.
No. I was sitting in this seat. EJ was sitting in your seat and went right off his shoulder.
The 1-1 hard line drive left side, and Carrillo backtracks and makes the catch. 4 out, number one. A good running play there by Thomas Carrillo.
Cole, it was one of the highlights of the summer so far, though.
I've seen a few highlight home runs and a few highlight plays. We've seen a home run by Noah Bufford of the Blue Sox. We've seen a home run by Bubba Thompson and a few amazing plays in this game alone by Bubba Thompson. First pitch called strike to Carson Creel. Bubba Thompson essentially, I believe, a for sure for that PSCL All-Star game, and we'll be excited to see him represent the PSCL against the Power. The 0-1 line drive lifted. That will drop down between Carrillo and Endo, and there's two singles. The offense is cooking right here for the A's with runners on first and second now. 2 hits after a hit last inning. Didn't lead to anything. Connor Hoyt. Single and a stolen base and a run scored in the first. Ground out to the first baseman in the third, so he's 1 for 2 on the day. First baseman Boleyn crashing a little bit here. Swinging strike 1 for Connor Hoyt. And I know there's some defensive changes for the Colonials, and we'll get them to you once we have officially got them figured out. Ground ball through the infield. That will score. Mitchell at the plate. That makes it a 3-2 game, and called out at second base trying to get back is Creel. So 2 outs on the, I believe, 9-1 to 4. Put out for Creel. He got to second, and Hoyt with an RBI single. Mitchell scored. Creel was thrown out trying to scramble back to second. Hoyt on first, as it's now 3 hits here in the inning for the A's. Now Bubba Thompson watches the first one for a called strike. 0-1 to Thompson. Phenomenal shortstop. The 0-1 taking off for second base is Hoyt. Throw down is not in time, and Hoyt has the stolen base. Was a swinging strike, though, for Bubba Thompson on the hit and run. 0-2 count. Thompson looking to pad the lead for the A's. 0-2 from Duvall. Leg kicks and fires. Cody Kent on the mound. 1-2 now. To Bubba Thompson. One, two. Kent gets the sign he likes. Moderate lead by Hoyt. Outside pitch. Good stop by the catcher. Evens the count at 2-2. It's Trenny Boleyn behind the dish now for Roberson as Vernon goes to first. 2-2 count. Time called by Bubba Thompson. Boleyn behind the dish. Vernon on first. That's the defensive replacement so far. The 2-2 to Bubba Thompson. Thompson lifts it right side. Vernon chasing it in foul territory, but that will drop harmlessly out of the field of play. Ray Avila at second now. Schumacher in left. That's all the changes for the Colonials. 2-2 again, Thompson. Kent checks on Hoyt, delivers the 2-2, and it is just above the letters to Bubba Thompson. Draws it a full count. And Hoyt takes off for third base, and he is called out on the late call. And Coach Jimmy Johnson now meeting with John DeCesar, trying to say that Hoyt got under the tag, but the point is mute. 1 run on 3 hits, no errors, no one left on. The A's lead it 3-2 after 5 full here on the PSCL Broadcasting Network.
Whether you're building, landscaping, renovating, refreshing, or simply researching, rent the right size tools for your size jobs. In store, online, or in-app at Sunbelt Rentals, where tools rule.
Two locations with something for everyone. Stuffed Pizza Bar and Grill.
We're through 5 full here on the PSL Broadcasting Network. James Wood now on the mound for the A's. We'll figure out who's taking his spot on third in just a second. Once they turn their back, and looks like it's Logan Cadenhead at third. So that now begs the question, who is on second, though? We'll get that as soon as we can. But Colonials due up here. In the 6th, Brooks Walker leading off, called strike. First pitch. Walker wearing his blue batting gloves in an 0-1 count. Takes one square in the number 4. And he'll get first base the painful way. Adds a tally, though, to his on-base percentage after the hit by pitch. So take that as you will.
Cool, I like it. I haven't seen the binoculars broken out in a while.
We're trying to identify just who's on second base. I believe I have it figured out, but a chopper there. Up the middle by Duckweiler to the second baseman, and they get the force out at second base. So the fielder's choice for Duckweiler after the hit by a pitch for Brooks Walker. So he's eliminated on the base pass. Just confirming who I believe it is, and it's Kirk Felikian from Golden West College now at second base. Taking over for Cadenhead as Cadenhead's now at third. 1-0 count here to Trinity Berlin. Duckweiler on first after the fielder's choice. Check swing by Berlin, and they say he went around. So 1-1 count to who is now the catcher. Replaced Roberson behind the dish. 1-1 inside. Goes 2-1 to Trinity Berlin. Two 1 goes to 3-1 after the pitch does not catch the zone. Three 1, another hit batter as Trinity Berlin takes second bases. That's two hit batters here for James Wood.
And I like this meeting by Derek Houston right now because for James Wood, you're trying to put up a quick inning. You're trying to get your offense right back out there because Duval did a good job keeping you in the game. It's still, you have the lead right now. It's 3-2. And you'd hate to give it up on a couple of free base runners right now for an A's team that needs the win.
Ray Avila getting his first at-bat for Tino Zaya here in the sixth. Came in as a defensive replacement at first. Avila, open stance, slight bend of the knees. First one from Wood. Outside to Avila.
It's a really good pitch there, though. It's a breaking ball just below the zone, trying to get an early chase.
1-0. Runners at first and second. Wood delivers. Chopper left side. That will get through the infield. A strong send here by Coach Lambden. Duckweiler scores. That makes it a 3-all game, and we're all knotted up again as there's nothing separating these two teams here today. It's just been everything you can do. I can match it. An RBI single for Ray Avila. Scored Duckweiler. Trinity Berlin at second base gets a courtesy runner. Form of Tino Zaya. Ramon Macias lifts one center field. Drifting under it is Hoyt. He'll make the catch, and runners will stay where they are after the fly out for the second out. Justin Verna up to bat now, walked. Came around to score last inning. And a hit here could give the Colonials their first lead. 2 outs, defense playing straight up. Right side maybe playing for a push a bit. First one is outside to Verna. Defense is giving a big gap between first and second as Felikian holding the runner on second. Breaking ball catches the back door for a 1-1 count now. A very wide gap, though, as Ramos playing essentially guard lines on first base and Felikian holding the runner. Chopper left side, fielded on a slow grounder by Cadenhead. He gets it over to Ramos, who pulls him off the bag but applies the tag for the third out on the 5-3. With the assist essentially from Ramos as he had to apply the tag. 1 run on a hit. No errors. 2 left on. For the Colonials, it's all knotted up at 3 as we head to the home half of the 6th here on the PSEL Broadcasting Network.
Building your business is no small undertaking, and you need the right team by your side. Whether you're just getting started or expanding nationwide, Pacific Premier Bank is here to support your business every step of the way. As your trusted banking partner, we can help guide you down the right path with customized solutions designed for your business. We'll help you achieve the success you deserve. Pacific Premier Bank. Let's build your future together.
Hey, Power Baseball fans. Looking to hit a home run against pests in your home? Rudy's Pest Control is your winning choice. Rudy's Flex 80/90 Pest Control Plan offers effective and affordable protection with just 5 visits a year instead of the usual 12, so you'll have more time to do what you love. Visit rudyspest.com or call 760-746-PEST and declare, heck no, 12's gotta go. Rudy's Pest Control is your home run choice, so get started today.
There's something winning in the Agua. Catch all the action at 360 Sports at Agua Caliente Casinos. Watch your favorite teams on our giant wraparound screens. See live scores on the LED sports ticker. Win.
Back here for the home half of the sixth. Bubba Thompson leading off after Connor Hoyt was out on the base pass between pitches. Thompson on the day, walk, a double, and a run scored for his tally. Watches the first one outside from Cody Kent, who's just over 70 pitches. 1-0 count. Cody Kent takes a walk behind the mound for towing the rubber again. Pearson gets the sign he likes from Trinity Boleyn. Fires the 1-0 below the knees of Bubba Thompson. Quickly 2-0 to the shortstop. 2-0 to Thompson. Upstairs this time. Bubba Thompson, dangerous hitter that these batters kind of work around a little bit in the 3-0 and 4-pitch walk now for Bubba Thompson. Second walk drawn for Bubba Thompson on the day. James Wood now up to bat. James Wood from Hartnell College coming in at 6 foot 185. Thompson short lead at first. Wood pulls back a bunt attempt as it was upstairs. 1-0 to the now pitcher. Started the day at third base. He popped out and singled and tallied an RBI so far for the day. A 1-0 to Wood as Kent misses glove side. 2-0 quickly to James Wood. Kent sets and fires the 2-0, and that one's right down the middle for strike one. 2-1 now to James Wood. Christian Ramos will be next. Derek Houston would follow if we get that far. Hard hit back up the middle. John DeCesar gets out of the way. 4-6-3, the double play. And just like that, a twin killing for 2 outs. A really good play there by the middle infield, and a good play by John DeCesar as well, getting out of the way of the hard hit ground ball. Christian Ramos now up to bat. RBI single in the first and a fly out on his afternoon. Watches the first one for a called strike. Ramos, the big first baseman. Watches the second one for a called strike as well, coming at 6'1", 220.
Cole, the last 3 pitches have been huge for Kent out there because it looked like he might not make it through this inning. They've got a pitcher warming up in the bullpen right now.
The 0-2 spiked.
But thanks to that ground ball and a great double play turned by the middle of his defense, He's one strike away from getting out of 6 with a tie game.
1-2. Cody Kent sets, leg kicks, fire, lifted to right field, and that one is dropped into right field, and Kirk Felikian gave it a good look, but couldn't get there in time. So a single for Christian Ramos. Had to wait and see if Felikian made the catch as he got all the way over there, but ranged a long way over for the little lawn dart of a single to drop for Christian Ramos. First hit since back in the first for Ramos. Derek Houston now up to bat. From Utah Valley, lifts it. Foul territory, third base side behind the dish. And it gets out into the stands. For Derek Houston. 0-1 count for the catcher.
And it looks like that's Jackson Wood warming up for the Colonials right now.
The 0-1 to Houston. Chopper back up the middle. Slow roller, takes a few hops before Patton gets it and fires it to first for the third out. No runs on the hit. No errors. One left on for the A's. We're through 6 full. It's still not up 3-3 here on the PSCL Broadcasting Network. Top of the 7th is the Colonials looking for a go-ahead run. We just have learned that. There's a go-ahead home run on the turf field. We're working on who it was and what the score is now. But we'll get that to you as we can. 9-10-1 do it for the Colonials here in their part of the 7th. Lucas Schumacher, Dax Patton, Joseph Conti.
And Cole, that was a go-ahead homer by Owen Stevenson for China. The big righty put one over the fence, and that's huge for them.
Cold strike to Schumacher for the first pitch. The 0-1 to Schumacher, and their first strike, 0-2. We're just getting more updates and more confirmation about what the score is and what the situation was there on the backfield. Pop up right side, and going for it is Ramos, and he'll field it in foul territory for out number 1.
So it looks like Jalone hit a go-ahead triple, and then Owen Stevenson followed it up with a home run to make it 11-8.
Dax Patton now up to bat, and big. What looks like could be a good victory for MLB China's. They've been struggling here in the PSCL season. Been struggling to find their footing here this PSCL season, but looks like they might be finding their footing sooner rather than later in the 0-2 upstairs to the newly entered Case in Davenport. So 1-2 to Davenport. Davenport lifts it to center field, backtracking as Hoyt, and he'll make the catch for out number 2. We'll give you the standings real quick around the PSCL. The Northern Division, the Blue Sox lead it 11-2. Colonials behind them at 8-5. Bootleggers 7-5. Coyotes 6-7. The Bombers rounded off 3-10. And then the Southern Division of the PSCL, the Lumberjacks 10-4. The Rush 8-5 behind them. The A's 6-7. Haymakers 4-9, and MLB China 2-11. First pitch to Joseph Conti. Called a strike on the outer edge. So MLB China trying to make a late run for that 4th spot in the Southern Division. Strike 2 called to Joseph Conti. 0-2. Wood sets and fires. Chopper left side goes foul. Game 1 of today's doubleheader. Colonials and A's right now.
And Cole, after coming in for Duval, Woods kind of settled in. He had a rough couple first batters in the 6th inning, but he's been pounding the zone.
Pop up off the bat of Conti, drifting all the way to the outfield and calling everyone off is Hoyt. For out number 3, that's 3 up and 3 down here in the 7th. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on for the Colonials. The A's looking to walk it off in the bottom of the 7th here on the PSCL Broadcasting Network.
There's something winning in the Agua. Catch all the action at 360 Sports at Agua Caliente Casinos. Watch your favorite teams on our giant wraparound screens. See live scores on the LED sports ticker. Win big with our bar top games and enjoy great twists on bar food favorites. And with 3 premier casino locations, 360 Sports is the ultimate fan experience. For more information, visit aguacalientecasinos.com.
Cody Kent back out there, just hovered around 85 pitches, looking for the complete game against the A's. As it's Biles, Cadenhead, and Mitchell looking to walk it off. First pitch from Kent. I think that one might have caught a piece of Biles, but he went around swinging, so strike called.
And Cole, for Cody Kent, he's, again, under 90 pitches through 6 innings. He's been hit around a little bit, but just 3 runs on the board. It's been an excellent start for him.
The 0-1. from Cody Kent to Biles. That's upstairs, and Biles, Kent looks like he's throwing everything he's got right now at the A's. Following up with a big leg kick after his deliveries now is, I think the gas tank's starting to run low. But he's looking for the complete game here. 2-1. Cody Kent, leg kick delivers, and that's upstairs and inside. Forces Biles to bend out of the way, now a 3-1 count. And a really good outing from Cody Kent here today.
And for Kent, you got to be careful right here because after Biles, you've got Cadenhead and Mitchell, and as he gets the walk right there, the A's are looking for their first win first win since their game against MLB DC China. They've lost 2 of their last 3 after a really hot start.
Big spot here for Logan Cadenhead. Biles on first after drawing the walk. Third baseman for the Colonials, Macias. Even with the infield grass, playing for the bunt. Macias fields the bunt, gets it over to first for the out. A game of chess there as Biles goes to second. 1 out. Deion Mitchell up to bat now.
That's a great play, though, by Cadenhead, putting down the perfect bunt in between the mound and the foul line. Just gets it enough so Kent couldn't go run after it, and Macias had to make a long run and a long throw to get him out at first.
Mitchell watches the first one inside. 1-0.
With how slow that came off the bat and how good of a jump that Biles got, there was no shot at getting him at second.
Mitchell looking to end it here with something placed into the gaps. Watches that one for a strike on the outer edge. 1-1. Big gap between right field and center field, and also a big gap down the right field lines. Defense playing forward pull on the outfield. The 1-1 upstairs. 2-1 now.
Dejon Mitchell does not have an RBI yet, and what a time it would be for the first one of the year.
2-1 from Kent. Pushed foul. Evens it up 2-2. Verna on first is playing guard lines. Avila's holding the runner. Biles. Patton Macias playing for the pole as well as the outfield. 2-2 from Kent. Is right on the outer edge, and the emphatic strike call for the second out. Deion Mitchell set down looking. An intentional walk here for Curtis Lindsey. Has runners on first and second now. We've seen a handful of intentional walks, or at least I have this PSCL season. There's one for Curtis Lindsey. Carson Creel, 10th hole batter, up to bat now. And Cody Kent could end it here. Creel gets by a diving glove of Macias, and it goes just foul. Great effort by Macias to try to make that out. Almost a great piece of hitting by Carson Creel, but strike one. It will go in the books.
Crowd right on top of that first pitch fastball inside, and it was inside enough that he just pulled it foul. If he straightens that out a bit, the A's are celebrating at home with their 7th win of the year.
0-1. Kent delivers. Called strike on the outer edge, 0-2. Kent looking for the strikeout here. 0-2. Runners on first and second. 3-3 game, bottom of the 7th. Just outside, 1-2. Long set by Kent. Gets the sign that he likes, the 1-2. He delivers. Big swing, big miss. That sets down Carson Creel. That strands 2 runners on for the A's. Looks like Jimmy Johnson wants to keep going, as the A's don't want to end it with the tie. They'll check with the Colonials before anything, but we'll take a break, as we'll likely head to the 8th inning here on the PSCL Broadcasting Network. We'll be back with more baseball.
Try our big, beautiful all-day menu with more than 70 delicious dishes and our award-winning 3-course brunch for only $29.99. At Palm Springs' most popular restaurant, there's always a party at Lulu.
Whenever you find yourself hungry for something real, simple, and true, we're here for you.
That's what a hamburger's all about.
There's something winning in the Agua. Catch all the action at 360 Sports at Agua Caliente Casinos. Watch your favorite teams on our giant wraparound screens. See live scores on the LED sports ticker. Win big with our bar top games and enjoy great twists on bar food favorites. And with 3 premier casino locations, 360 Sports is the ultimate fan experience. For more information, visit aguacalientecasinos.com.
We've got extras here on the first game of the PSCL here on this Thursday afternoon, or Thursday morning still. Haruto Endo swings and comes up empty for strike 1. 3-3 game after regulation. We've got a final from the backfield as it's 11-8. China takes it. Chopper right side, bobbled a little bit by Flickin. He tries to laser it to first base, but it goes out into the Colonials dugout, and Endo will take second base. We'll have to see what that one goes down as.
Yeah, that's a tough way to start the inning for the A's right there. First error of the game, sending Haruto Endo to second base, and you've got the middle of the Colonials lineup coming up with a runner in scoring position and no outs just because he threw one away.
Indeed, the first error for the A's, as Felikian tried to beat out the quick Endo. Brooks Walker now up to bat. Watches the first one forward, called strike. Walker on the day, 2 strikeouts and a hit by pitch. So he's looking to avoid the hat trick of strikeouts. But if he puts a ball in play here, Endo very well could score from second base with his wheels. The 0-1 to Walker, up under the hands. 1-1 to the extra hitter today for the Colonials. Thompson, closest one to hold it Endo, but no real hold on Haruto Endo. 1-1 to Walker. Hit sharply, left side, takes a nasty hop, gets by the glove of Cadenhead. Endo will score as that one goes all the way to the left field corner. And the Colonials lead it 4-3 now on the RBI single for Brooks Walker. And a tough effort and a tough play to be made by Cadenhead as he swiped at it after it took a nasty hop off of a grain of dirt. And that gives the Colonials their lead here in the top of the 8th. Count 0-0 here to Max Duckweiler. Watches the first one forward, called strike, 0-1 now.
And Cole, that's the importance of giving up free bases right there. You give up the You give up the leadoff runner in scoring position to Haruto Endo, and then we've had a lot of close calls like that all game down the line, and that one by Walker finally gets fair all the way to the wall for an RBI double.
So Walker with an RBI double. Max Duckweiler in an 0-2 count. 0-2 count to Duckweiler. Duckweiler watches it upstairs, 1-2. Wood on the mound replaced Gavin Duvall. No decision now for Duvall. 1-2 to Duckweiler. Laces it foul towards the athletic training tent.
And this is such a critical game for both teams because the Colonials, they're 8-5, could move to 9-5 in that Northern Division that right now the Blue Sox are trying to run away with it. They're 11-2 right now. And the A's.
2 count. To Duckweiler, and it's pulled outside, misses glove side. 2-2 from James Wood.
The A's with a closer path to the playoffs. They're in third base, and if they win, they could be back, or third place, they could be back in 500 with the Lumberjacks leading that Southern Division, and they've been stumbling lately.
2-2. Another called strike right on the outer edge. And Duckweiler set down for his first strikeout of the day. For out number 1. Big strikeout. Big out number 1. Now Trini Boleyn. 0 for 2 on the day with a hit by a pitch. Stranded on second in the 6th. As the Colonials lead it 4-3. 1 in the 2nd. 1 in the 6th. 1 in the 5th as well. Now 1 in the 8th. Has them leading at 4-3. Wood to Boleyn. Breaking ball stays just upstairs. 1-0 to the backstop. Boleyn.
Looks like we had Connor Hoyt having to run to left center field to throw away a ball that somehow got in play.
You know, we've had a few of those just shoot out into play for a few of our games. And I think what's happening is it's when teams are in the batting cages, it's maybe knocking balls off the top of the netting there in the left field batting cages and catapulting them into the outfield. But 3-0 count now to Boleyn. Or maybe some people are just saying it's so hard it's evaporating the netting and they're going out into the field of play. 3-1 now after Boleyn pulls back a bunt. But we've had a few appear out of the ether. 3-1. Wood to Boleyn. And a cold strike, and the ump thought for a second there that was strikeout number 3 as he almost started his emphatic strikeout call where he essentially uppercuts the air. But he'll have to wait the 3-2. Boleyn fouls it off the hands to keep it at 3-2. 1 out here, top of the 8th. A's will have a chance to answer back. 1 out. Runner on second. Thompson holding Walker. Pop-up. Drifting back is Thompson, and he fields it right on the edge of the outfield grass for out number 2. Ray Avila entered for Tino Zaya. His first plate appearance was back in the 6th. An RBI single, so he's 1 for 1 on the day. Tino Zaya singled and came around to scoring a ground out on his day, so 1 for 2 for Zaya. 1 for 1. That one's fouled straight back. If it weren't for a netting there, Steven, we might have had a chance at that one. But we'll have to wait another day. 0-1 to Avila. Long pause by Wood, checks on the runner, delivers the 0-1 for a called strike. 0-2 now.
Next game coming up, Bombers and Haymakers. Bombers finally on the board in the win column, and they've won 2 in a row. Haymakers, it's been tough. They've lost 5 in a row, and now they're 4-9.
0-2. Wood delivers, and Boleyn just throws the bat out. Actually, Avila throws the bat head out and catches it foul. 0-2.
It's a great pitch right there by Wood. Breaking ball way off the plate, and he almost gets the chase.
0-2. Wood to Avila. Big strikeout swinging for Wood there. 1 run on a hit. 1 error. 1 left on. The Colonials lead it 4-3. We head to the bottom of the 8th. The A's look to answer back and send them off happy. We need to go ahead in a tie and run here on the PSCL Broadcasting Network.
Two locations with something for everyone. Stuffed Pizza Bar and Grill.
How do you define adventure? Riding the world's largest rotating tram car? Taking in SoCal's awe-inspiring views? Exploring over 50 miles of pristine wilderness? Enjoying casual or fine dining at 8,500 feet? Discovering our history? Experiencing our scenic trails? Getting that perfect souvenir? Whatever your adventure, you'll find it at the Palm Springs Aerial Tramway. Adventure at its peak. Begin your adventure at pstramway.com.
Desert Air started right here in the Coachella Valley in 1954, and we've been welcoming customers to our family ever since. With nearly 70 years of proven trust, dependability, and experience, we've got the AC and heating expertise to help you all year round. Plus, our factory.
Back in action here is the A's looking to answer back against the Colonials. Chopper back up the middle, straight off the bat of Connor Hoyt. One pitch, 1 hit for the A's, and they're looking to answer back quickly. As the Colonials went Endo, reached on an error. Walker, RBI double, scored Endo. Max Duckweiler struck out. Trinity Boleyn popped out, and then Ray Avila struck out in the 8th. 4-3 game. Bubba Thompson, big swing, comes up empty. And Bubba Thompson, one of the guys that could very well send the A's home happy with 1 fatal swing. But we'll be waiting to see what he does. 0-1. Pop-up. Right field, drifting on is the right fielder, Duckweiler, and he'll make the catch for out number 1. And a big out. Sets down Bubba Thompson. James Wood up to bat. Wood on the day, popped up, singled, and hit into a double play. Watches the first one for a called ball.
And right here, this is what's been the backbreaker for the A's so far this season. Being able to pull them away at home, the late innings have been tough for them.
And taking off for second base is Connor Hoyt, and the throw down from Boleyn catches Cody Cannon around the shoulders. And
some friendly fire right there. Hopefully Cody Kent's okay. I mean,
looks like he's all right.
It's been an outstanding start for him. He's trying to go 8 full innings right here.
Pop-up, left side. That will drop in left center field gap. That will score a run for the A's. Is coming home to score is Connor Hoyt. An RBI double for James Wood. Ties it up again at 4-all for the A's. We've got a ball game here. Here on game 1 of today's doubleheader. Haymakers and Bombers due up next.
And we've got a pinch runner, it looks like.
As the A's looking for more speed and another intentional walk this time. Intentionally walked is Christian Ramos. So 2 intentional walks in today's game. Now Derek Houston up to bat.
I'm sorry, that's not a pinch runner. James Wood just had to go throw his elbow guard back into the dugout.
Big spot here, and now a pinch runner is coming on, but this one for Christian Ramos is it's number 3 for the A's.
Gilbert Casio.
Adding more speed on the base pass. Defense taking a few steps in the outfield. 1 out for Derek Houston up to bat. Cody Kent fires the first one outside. Houston on the day, lined out, grounded out twice, so 0 for 3. And Coach Lambden set up the double play on the intentional walk. That one's in the dirt. 2-0 here to Derek Houston, the man from Utah Valley. Avila at second. Holden Wood as he backs off. 2-0 count. Big mile-high pop-up. And Endo catches it for out number 2 after I think some of the players in the outfield and shallow infield lost it in the sun, but big second out to keep it at 4-all game. Now Joe Biles up to bat. Biles on the day. Grounded out and singled with a walk. Ball put into play. Might score the go-ahead run. Hard chopper right side, and it just shoots foul past the first base bag for strike 1. That would have been the go-ahead run if it had stayed fair, as Duckweiler would have had to chase it down to the right field corner. 0-1. Kent checks the runners. Delivers the 0-1 in the dirt, the breaking ball. Good stop by Boleyn. 1-1. Wood on second. Cosio on first, running for Ramos. 1-1 count to Joe Biles from Kent. Big swing upstairs. Goes to 1-2.
JoJo Biles trying to end the game right there, trying to send one all the way onto Baristo with that swing.
We're just at the time limit now, so 1-2 from Kent to Biles, and it's breaking ball that doesn't snap and stays upstairs. Goes to 2-2. If you're Biles right now, you're just looking for anything around the zone to put your bat to keep the game going. As Biles steps out, composes himself. Ready for the 2-2 now. Kent peers in, gets the sign. Not worried about the runners here as he does check on them. 2-2. Runners taken off and it's fouled back. Good battle here from Biles.
I like sending Wood there, though. The thought of getting a runner moving, anything over the infielders' heads would score him.
2-2. Kent doesn't check the runners. Runners take off and it's high and inside. They're saying that's a walk to Biles, and I had it down as 2-2, and it was 2-2 on the scoreboard, so I guess the umpire is a full count. So bases loaded now for the A's and Logan Cadenhead. Cadenhead on the day is 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Had a quick talk with Jimmy Johnson Just got to keep the approach simple here. Kent not worried about the runners, just worried about Cadenhead now. Fires upstairs. Right now, you just got to get Cadenhead out. You can't focus on these runners. You just got to attack Cadenhead and get some type of weak contact or a strikeout. The 1-0 from Kent. Hard chopper left side. It stays fair. And they're saying it shot foul over the bag. Goes 1-1. And Coach Johnson not happy with that foul ball call. From my vantage point, I had that as a fair ball. And I think everyone in the press box agreed, but the umps down on the field saw it otherwise. 1-1. Cadenhead trying to send the A's home happy. 1-1. Watches it outside now. 2-1. As we've got a roadrunner on the field now. And some of the A's players are backing away from that roadrunner. 2-1. Pop-up. This one's going to be hard for Endo and the right fielder, Duckweiler, and Duckweiler makes the catch for the third out. And that will do it for us here on game one of today's doubleheader, and it will end in a 4-4 tie. Colonials go to 8-5-1. The A's go to 6-7-1, and what a game we had here for game one, Steven, as we've got Haymakers and Bombers next. And neither team going home happy with a victory, I guess. It looks like we're going to have more baseball here on the PSEL Broadcasting Network as we want a winner here. So we'll go to more extras here on the PSEL Broadcasting Network.
Hey, Power Baseball fans. Looking to hit a home run against pests in your home? Rudy's Pest Control is your winning choice. Rudy's Flex 80/90 Pest Control Plan offers effective and affordable protection with just 5 visits a year instead of the usual 12, so you'll have more time to do what you love. Visit rudyspest.com or call 760-746-PEST and declare, heck no, 12's gotta go. Rudy's Pest Control is your home run choice, so get started today.
Shopping for car insurance is confusing. Holy cow.
Great. Now we have a cow in our kitchen. Why did you say that?
Because I don't know what coverage to choose.
So just say the State Farm jingle. A State Farm agent can go over all your options with you and help choose coverage that meets your needs. Dude, cow, could you move?
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Setting, you know, we come and we get into conversation, and it's comfortable here is what I guess I'll say. It's comfortable.
The hot cocoa has whipped cream and sprinkles in the whipped cream in the hot cocoa.
Very family oriented. You know, they cater to the kids. They got the coloring books and crayons, and they have kid-sized stuff about almost for everything that you would want. So young and old, everybody can enjoy it.
It's the best.
Made from scratch memories. Elmer's.
The extra innings continue here on the PSEL Broadcasting Network as the Colonials 7-8-9 do up Ramon Macias, Justin Verner, and Lucas Schumacher. As the A's tied it up in the bottom of the 8th. To send us to more extras, RBI double by James Wood scored Connor Hoyt. Wood, Ramos, and Biles were stranded on. We're getting a ghost runner essentially here on for the Colonials. A strike call to him as well to start the inning. So we're trying to get this one moving along to get a winner. But Macias up to bat with 1 out and an 0-1 count. And I believe it would be Ray Avila at second here, as essentially the Manfred man of the PSCL. 1-1 count to Macias. Big swing in Macias. Goes to a knee for strike 2. Both these teams looking to try to nab a victory, and that's why we're continuing to send this game deeper and deeper into extras. A's are 6 and 7. Colonials 8 and 5, and Macias drops down one to the right field. Coming home to score here is Avila, and that makes it 5-4 for the Colonials.
And that's huge for the Colonials right there. Again, the A's, their problem this year, they haven't been able to finish teams off at home. They're 2-0 at home right now, and it's been the late innings that have really been their kryptonite lately.
And it was Avila who started on second, who came around to score there. Making it 5-4 game. First pitch ball to Justin Verna. If we keep going into extra innings at the rate that we're going, we might need to find a extra page for my scorebook, as it's now 2-0. I've just got 9 columns for 9 innings of play, but the show must go on. The 2-0 swinging strike for Justin Verna.
Yeah, I'm getting into a real dangerous spot for Shoemaker coming up.
2-1. Ball outside, 3-1 to Justin Verna now. So unearned run, though, will go on the tab of Wood, as technically Avila wasn't his runner to give up, and that one drops into left field on the line drive off of Verna's glove. It lands in front of Mitchell. That's runners on first and second now. Back-to-back hits for the Colonials. Lucas Schumacher up to bat now with 1 out. Runners on first and second. Kason Davenport would be next. Schumacher waggling the bat. Wood checks the runners, delivers the 0-0 to Schumacher in there for a strike. Oh, 1 count with 1 inherited out. Wood the long pause, checks on Macias. Delivers the 0-1, yanks it outside. 1-1. Long pause by Wood. Delivers it. Big pop-up. Drifting foul. Wood giving it a look as well as Houston, but it will go a row deep into the stands. Keeps the count. Draws it to 1-2.
And with the inherited out, Wood's got a real good chance if he could keep pounding the zone, get a double play, he could get out of this inning with just 1 pitch.
1-2 to Schumacher. Another pop-up. Drifting to the outfield, the right fielder and center fielder charging on. The play is made by Hoyt. As Biles and Hoyt almost collided, but second out on the F8. Kason Davenport now due up. Davenport, just 1 at-bat so far, and he flew out. Replaced Dax Patton, who walked in a strikeout on his day. Wood checks Macias. Thompson holding him in the dirt. 1-0. 1-0 count. corner defenders playing guard lines. The outfield playing straight up, fouled straight back, 1-1 now.
Really dangerous pitch there. Fastball just leaks right over the middle of the plate, but he had Davenport off balance, and he was late, had to foul that one off the back of the net, but if he caught up to that one, could have been a 3-run game here.
1-1. Houston throws down, trying to get Macias. It's a 2-1 count to Davenport, and Macias back in there safely.
I like the play there by Houston. If you get that throw down a little bit, he could have easily stolen an out and ended the inning right now.
2-1 count. Wood delivers. Davenport pops it up right side, drifts foul. Two-two count now for Davenport versus Wood. Davenport steps out of the box. Two-two, Wood ready to go. Checks Macias, delivers the 2-2. Upstairs, draws it to a full count. Full count coming up. Runners will be on the move. Long pause by Wood. Full count. Runners take off. Swinging strikeout for Davenport. He goes down swinging. Strands 2 on. 1 run on 2 hits. No errors. 2 left on for the Colonials. We head to the bottom of the 9th here on the PSCL Broadcasting Network.
There's something winning in the Agua. Catch all the action at 360 Sports at Agua Caliente Casinos. Watch your favorite teams on our giant wraparound screens. See live scores on the LED sports ticker. Win big with our bar top games and enjoy great twists on bar food favorites. And with 3 premier casino locations, 360 Sports is the ultimate fan experience. For more information, visit aguacalientecasinos.com.
Building your business is no small undertaking, and you need the right team by your side. Whether you're just getting started or expanding nationwide, Pacific Premier Bank is here to support your business every step of the way. As your trusted banking partner, we can help guide you down the right path with customized solutions designed for your business. We'll help you achieve the success you deserve. Pacific Premier Bank. Let's build your future together.
Whether you're building, landscaping, renovating, refreshing, or simply researching, rent the right size tools for your size jobs. In store, online, or in-app at Sunbelt Rentals, where tools rule.
Jackson Wood now on the mound for the Colonials. It's Logan Cadenhead on second. Deon Mitchell. Deon Mitchell on second. As Curtis Lindsay watches the first one for a ball. It's Gilbert Cosio up to bat. And a 2-0 count. Curtis Lindsay is on deck. So it's Cadenhead on second. A hard hit ball by Cosio. That one's drifting back, and Endo makes the catch for out number 1. Big. Essentially out number 2 because we started with 1 out. So Curtis Lindsey, the last chance for the A's. Wood, leg kicks and fires. A strike on the outer edge, called a strike. 0-1 to Curtis Lindsey. Oh, 1 to Lindsey. Big swing and big miss. Had a pitch upstairs. That's Deion Mitchell on second.
And that first batter flyout right there by Casio, that's huge because that means we're 1 strike away from.
And there is the game. Jackson Wood gets the win. Curtis Lindsey slams the bat and throws it away. And the Colonials go to 9-5, and the A's fall to 6-8 now on the season. And what a game here for game 1. Is we've got Bombers and Haymakers next. Cole Pavelio and Stephen Buxton have been alongside you here for game 1. Until next time, from all of us on the PNCL Broadcasting Network, so long. The final one last time, 5-4. The Colonials take it over the A's.